Welcome to Engines of the NNW, where we talk about all of the NNW's locomotives until 1982. I am your host, Norfolk and Western 2174 Fan 16, and we're going to talk about a locomotive that I kind of referenced in the last episode of this series, and now we're going to formally introduce it. Here is Engines of the NNW Episode 4, the X1's. So, in the late 1900s, the NNW needed a new freight locomotive for their 480s. It's kind of like the Z1's, but they kind of weren't building their own locomotives and at their own shops during this time, at least as far as I know. So they contracted Alco, Schenectady, and Baldwin, and basically double-dog dared them to make the better locomotive. So in 1910, both their offers came in, but since this is not about what the Baldwin offer, will be coming soon. Alco's offer was a quintet of 0880s, no leading wheels, 2 sets of 8 driving wheels, and no trailing ones. They were numbered 990 to 994 and were the X1's for freight service. Now, while the Baldwin offer had greater stability than Alco's offer was better in overall performance. They spent their final days as hump switchers for the NNW after serving on freight trains well before their retirement in 1934. None of them were preserved, like the Z class. And that is honestly sad to me, for 2 reasons. The first is that the 0880 wheel arrangement is often overlooked for so many other wheel arrangements. And the second is that this class is completely unknown, unlike the Z class. I didn't even know about this until discovering a Wikipedia page on all of the NNW's locomotives, and I only found more information on steamlocomotive.com. And if you want a third reason, no 0880 survived into the preservation era. Honestly, because it's quite forgettable. And the X-Class is the perfect candidate for preservation of an 0880. But I understand why they were scrapped, because it was 1930s, dieselization wasn't happening at all on any railroad. And honestly, there was no point, because they weren't historical. But seriously, how much more forgotten can I get?